In this video on solving linear equations, I'm going to look at solving some word problems, which are usually quite a bit more difficult than the problems we've done so far. The reason for that is that you also need to form the equation first, and then you solve it. And that's usually where most of the marks are allocated in these types of questions. When doing something like that, it's usually a good idea to bring a highlighter with you and highlight some of the key words and numbers in each question. For example, if we look at this one, we can see some key words that we should be taking note of as sum and consecutive. Then, of course, we have the numbers 108 and 3. So sum means adding together. Consecutive means one after the other in a sequence, like 1, 2, 3. So three numbers that are in order are added together to make 108. So it sounds quite difficult in that we need to find three numbers, but really all we need to do is find one of them, and then we know the other two because they're consecutive. So we're going to start by saying let some variable, I'm going to use x, but you could use any letter that you like, be the smallest of these numbers. So that means that if x is the smallest, then the next ones in that sequence would be x plus 1 and x plus 2. So I can write all three of those in an equation like this. And that's equal to 108. So we've actually done all the hard work. All we need to do now is simplify and then solve and finally answer our question. Now, either with a calculator or knowing that 33 times 3 equals 99, you can see that 35 times 3 equals 105. So that means that if I divide by 3 on both sides, I get x equals 35. Now you'll get some marks for doing that, but you haven't fully answered the question. We need to find the three numbers. So the first is 35, the others are 36 and 37. Make sure you do this. And we're done. The next one, keywords here, consecutive once again, and even numbers. That's a little bit different. We have two of them, and twice, and 46 there. So we have two numbers. The first number is going to be, surprise, surprise, because they're consecutive, they're one after the other, but because they're even as well, they're actually going to be two apart. So x plus 2 is the other. So twice the first, that means 2 times the first, which is x. So we know 2 times x is 46 more than the second. So it's equal to 46 more than x plus 2. So that's our equation. We can simplify and solve. So all I need to do now is subtract x from both sides. But remember that we're not quite done yet. That's the smallest number, so the other one must be 50. So the numbers, and we're done.